Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference? Yes, yes it is. Today we are at the very end, the finale of Yamashi's story, the end of the legend of Super Saiyan God. All the way from the very beginning, from before Dragon Ball Super was a thing, Beerus dreamed of Yamashi. He dreamed of Super Saiyan God, and only have we heard from Akira Toriyama's own words what Yamashi is, what his name is, and what his story is, only in maybe a paragraph of description. But today we get to see the finality of this story by Tibalt Boom, who basically created a story and a universe with very, very little. It's very much his story as much as it is Akira Toriyama's story. And this ending is just so satisfying, and I cannot wait to share it with you. Now, if you are brand new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never ever miss a video. And these are today's end of video squad winners. I picked these at random. If you make it to the very end of the video and drop in the comment section hashtag end of video squad, then you will have a chance to get featured in my next video. So make sure you drop that hashtag at the end of this video.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
The entirety of the story of Yamashi has been leading to this moment where he faces his old friend Kanba in a head-to-head fight. This is very much the duel of fates of Dragon Ball. Yamashi faces the overwhelming power of Cursed Saiyan Infectious Ki with his own Ikari form, and he immediately showcases his speed and attacks Kanba with everything he has, surprising Kanba in the process, but it's still not enough, and Kanba knows this. Kanba knows that Yamashi is holding back. Kanba tries to hit Yamashi with his Demon Claw, but it does not connect. A lot of the Infectious Saiyan energy is going out, and it's infecting some of the Saiyans that are in the Saiyan army, the good guys. And this seems to be the case for Shallot's brother Giblet, who seems to be infected with the Kanba energy. So this is an interesting nod to Dragon Ball Legends, and we already knew that Shallot and Giblet are in the Saiyan army, the good guys, and they are part of the Dragon Ball fan manga, but somehow, some way, something happened where a time portal opened up and sucked both of them in, which basically begins the story of Dragon Ball Legends. So that is something that you find in this Dragon Ball fan manga, that it tries to set up a lot, maybe too much at times, while sort of ignoring the main focus, and it kind of feels like it's all over the place in some aspects, especially this one. The evil Saiyans start attacking the planet itself with an air raid, and you're gonna see this term a couple times in this Dragon Ball fan manga, which I think is really cool. It's a very military term, and it makes sense for exactly what they're doing. They're hitting the planet with their infectious demonic ki, targeting the Saiyan army. And this entire time though, Kanba is trying to push Yamashi into his breaking point and reach beyond it, because he wants to see exactly what Yamashi has to offer. He knows that Yamashi has more strength, and he wants to bring it all out, and he goes even as far as hitting Yamashi's girl Physalis with one of these infectious beams, making her into a berserk evil Saiyan. And this is where we get the evil plan explained to the protagonist, and it's really quite simple and quite Saiyanish of Kanba. All he wants to do is find a fighter that can push his abilities and push him beyond them. Basically like an evil version of Goku, which, you know, we haven't seen before, I guess. But basically the same ideals, just corrupted a little bit, which makes sense. These are Saiyan ideals, but because Kanba is corrupted, his ideals would also be corrupted. So he doesn't care whether he has to destroy the entire planet, kill all the Saiyans. He just wants a good fight, and he thinks, or he knows, Yamashi can offer him this fight. While the Yamashi and Kamba fight rages on in the background, the Saiyans are starting to realize that a well-placed hit in the back of the neck, not fatal, will actually knock the infected Saiyans into their senses and bring them back to reality. And this works with Physalis plus a whole bunch of other Saiyans, but there are so many infected Saiyans that this is a task that may take all day, and you have to do it while evading destruction yourself, because these guys are gunning for you, they're trying to kill you. So Chilled is back, and you guys who have watched my last review for the last chapter know that I have huge disdain for Chilled. I don't like him as a character. I don't like him as the way he looks or his motivations. He's basically just a proto Frieza and doesn't seem to have much to offer besides that. But foolishly, the Saiyans ask him for help to defeat the infected Saiyans, saying that yeah, they're in the same boat and they should team up. Of course, Chilled's not gonna do that, and he ends up killing the king of all Saiyans. But fortunately, Kamba basically Broly's Chilled, and it seems like he disintegrates him into pieces, because Kamba was the one who wanted to defeat the king of all Saiyans. He did not want whatever creature this is to be the one to kill him, so he's pretty upset about the situation. It's weird because he also wants to kill the king, but he's just mad that he didn't get to do it right away. Kamba has had enough, and he charges up a gigantic energy ball to throw at the remaining Saiyans that are coming against him, which are basically Yamashi's squad, and they all try their hardest to fight back against this huge energy wave, and they succeed, sort of. Physalis, Yamashi's girl, is dead. She is dead at Kamba's hands, and this is enough to snap Yamashi and give him the Krillin moment that we've kind of all been waiting for at this point, and he turns into the new Super Saiyan transformation, because at this point it's not legendary. This is the first guy that's ever done it, so he begins the legend, so to him this is brand new. He walks up right up to Physalis and closes her eyes because she is dead. And this is where we get to our JoJo reference from earlier, and now it's Super Saiyan Yamashi versus Kamba, and obviously this fight's only gonna go one way because Super Saiyan far exceeds the power that Kamba has on his own. At the same time, remember, the Dragon Balls were on this planet, brought to the planet by the Galactic Patrol and Chilled. That was their little storyline to be in the story, so it makes sense that they are now going to use the Dragon Balls to grant one wish for Yamashi, and the wish that Yamashi wants to be granted is for all the non-infected Saiyans to be transported to Planet Plant, except for also the ones that want to stay. The Saiyans that want to stay behind, they can't stay behind. And you cannot lie to me, this dragon is phenomenal looking. He is basically just the Earth Dragon with a giant orb on his head, and he just looks really cool. I think the way he's drawn is really cool. I think that this is the best panel in this chapter. Yamashi dances around Kamba a little bit more, and we get to see how much more powerful the Super Saiyan transformation is to just Kamba. The Saiyans are transported to Planet Plant, and the Galactic Patrol finally leaves the storyline. So Kamba is way too slow and heavy to even land a punch on Yamashi, and he tries to hit him with a couple of these infectious energy waves, which of course would infect Yamashi if he got hit with them, but we get a really cool Gogeta sliding scene here that obviously is from Dragon Ball Super Broly, but you know, it's shameless fan service and I fucking love it. And Yamashi is just handling Kamba and getting revenge for the death of Physalis. Kamba ends up in a last-ditch effort to try to get the win, throwing a Saiyan-made Blutz Wave Moon into the sky, and this only affects the infected Saiyans, so they all transform into Oozaru, and so Yamashi in Super Saiyan form is left to fight an army of Oozaru, and this is the part of the story that Akira Toriyama talked about, and this is the part of the story that we all know, that Yamashi ends up fighting the evil Saiyans, all of them by himself, And luckily for him, his friends, his squad decided to stay behind and grant him their energy. But little do they know that doing this actually activated the Saiyan ritual, and Yamashi goes from Super Saiyan to the more legendary, I guess, but still new Super Saiyan God. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Chilled's also still like alive. I guess Kamba didn't kill him, and now he is playing with Kamba a little bit and distracting him long enough for the Saiyan ritual to go on. So yay, more Chilled. But Chilled actually manages to cut off Kamba's tail, bring him back down to size, and he actually looks like he's doing a number on him, and Chilled looks vaguely hurt, like not really hurt at all really. And Yamashi stops Chilled, ends up destroying him, I guess, but you know Chilled's gonna come back, and now Yamashi is going to deal with Kamba himself. They do a climactic clash where Yamashi hits him with his finisher Glory Hammer, and Kamba comes with the claw, the evil claw, and Glory Hammer cuts through it like a hot knife through butter, ending Kamba's evil reign, but not killing him. As we find out at the end of the story, the Saiyans on Planet Plan found out that Yamashi died by exhaustion in the battle between the evil Saiyans and the infected Saiyans, and he actually let Kamba live with the evil Saiyans on planet Sadara. And that is the worst hell for somebody like Kamba, because now he's stuck on a planet with beings that are way below him, and he will never have an actual match that's going to push him to become even stronger. And to Yamashi, that is the greatest punishment for somebody like Kamba. We get a lot of things wrapped up nicely. The Saiyan legend goes into the Namekian Book of Secrets, and then we cut to present day for some reason. We have Pan fighting Oob and Goku there with Beerus. Beerus talks a little bit about the Super Saiyan God and who he was. His name was Yamashi, and it almost is like this is setting up Goku facing off with Yamashi at some level, which I would very much like to see in Dragon Ball fan manga form. I don't see how it would work in reality, but this is a really nice setup. It's almost like an after credit scene from Marvel. But besides that, guys, this is the end of the video. If you made it to this part of the video, guys, the very ending, 15 minutes in, then you have made it into the end of video squad. So make sure you put that hashtag down below in the comment section with whatever comment you would like to put down there, with a chance to be able to be featured in my next video. Of course, I picked these at random, but besides that, that is all I have for you today. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content or perish.